So, hey guys, it's my second video here. I'm going to show you legendary loot locations that after a while are a guaranteed legendary drop. Most of these are like bosses and side bosses. So for this, I instantly go into my level 72 Siren with Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. This is not the location for the actual loot areas. I'll get to there in a minute. Just let me move on to the fast travel station. Whenever I do this, I'm mostly looking for loot midgets, just so I can get some legendaries. But this area doesn't seem to want to give me any loot midgets, so I just pass on, not giving a crap. Right, so the first area you guys want to go to, after completing the quest, you want to go to the dust. The dust, the quest, I think it's the good, the bad, and the Mordecai. Once completed, after you kill Hansel and Gretel, they will possibly drop one legendary for your first grind. But, quickly quit my new AR that I bought. And on this way you can find multiple tubby enemies, but I think I've grinded them out of existence, so I guess no more legendaries and pearls till I get to the mini bosses. It takes a bit of time, so I suggest just to like fast forward at this point. Normally the first tubby is around here. right here is just about when you're gonna run into the two sub-bosses. They're just up there. So you gotta go through a bit more Spider-Man combat first. Shouldn't take too long depending on what loot you have and stuff. With all my pure legendary loot, as long as I hit them in crits, it pretty much insta-kills most of them. At least it used to. But by the way, this is like hours and hours of grinding for to get all this loot. This legendary sniper is one of the main legendaries that I think it's Hansel drops. It's, as you can see, a triple, shoots 3 bullets from one trigger shot, but luckily it only takes a single bullet. So once you get here, Mobley appears. I guess it's not. And then after, Gettle appears as well. So after killing both, I think I may have farmed these guns out of existence as well. Mobley only dropped a pistol. Yeah. Well, sorry guys, but normally after a few grind rounds, they will drop legendaries all the time, which is this sniper, the Whereas Lumilia. I've also got a few other versions, a Slag and a Shock, sold the rest. And then also this assault rifle. It's kind of weird, really. It fires kind of stupidly, like it's like the sniper, except it fires 2 shots for 3. But when you actually go for the burst fire mode, it shoots 5. Not 5. Sorry. That's a full boost. So now if you're close enough to something, that's guaranteed insta-kill. But you can make it look like an arrow tip, which I think is the main reason why the developers, Gearbox and everyone, made it like this. So that's the main loot that easily drops. Next is on to Boil, which is from the quest where you have to find all the echoes. So Lilith is so Hyperion doesn't know that Lilith is actually alive. So, easiest way to do this is go back to your fast travel station, assuming that you've done this quest already. If not, you'll have to head back to Sanctuary and talk with Lilith after the quest. I believe it's a damn fine rescue. So, to do this, you have to go to the Three Horns Divide. So, everything is level 72 for me, so that's the best way I can get all my loot. So, on your way to Boil, you have to go this way, and part of the quest is you have to shoot down that anchor to grab an echo. Well, right here, where it says beware, and those are snow skags. Well, after the first time fighting him, snow skags no longer appear, it's just Bull himself. So, essentially, it's really simple to kill him. Especially with Cyan, you just phase lock him, and he's dead. See, he doesn't like dropping any more loot for me. I think this is maybe a one-time thing for his legendary loot. And I got this corrosive fastball, which which is really good. As you can see, it's dealing millions of damage in a single grenade. Sorry guys, my tablet just fell over. But as you can see, my whole loot and everything is legendary. I don't use the blood of Terramorphous because it just sucks. It's a basic level 50, so it's not really that helpful. So I just used the Vault Hunter's Relic to get the most loot possible. I haven't gotten pearls ever since I started hunting down tubbies, but it's my one pearl weapon I have left. It sucks. That's really all I have to say about it now. Even though it's a level 70, it's definitely worse than the Herald here. Alright, and the next area is a guaranteed legendary loot drop. Though it's a really basic one, in order to show you best and easiest, I'll just pop over to my normal mode, or my PVHM, save with my siren, and let's fight ourselves Terramorphous the Invincible. So, essentially, I'm so powerful in this game, in these modes, that Terramorphous is pretty much a one-hit kill. Which is nice for farming legendary loots to give to people, but other than that, it's not incredibly helpful. So, to get to Terramorphous the Invincible, you have to go to 1,000 Cuts. Make sure you have 8 Iridium on you. I think it's 8 or 4. I'm sure they've changed it. Right now I've got the Handsome Collection. So if you guys want me to do a pre-sequel video, I'll be happy to do one. I'm pretty much running out of ideas at this point. I'm thinking my next video will be GTA 5. My own little version of Jacksepticeye's Sticky Bomb Special. As you can see, everything's an insta-kill here. It's actually just a waste of bullets, so. And for all the high damage that I'm doing in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, you want to farm this shield, the B. It's incredibly OP because it does a lot of amp damage. And it's got no amp drain, so that's perfect as long as you don't get shot. It's got quite low capacity though. If you guys ever need bees and you're like level 68, level 67, I've got 3 extras for you. So, like, yeah. I got these from the Tiny Tina's campaign DLC. All from killing tree ants in certain places. I've only ever found them in one area. And so once you're here, it's 8 Iridium for me. So normally these guys will at least drop 4 Iridium out of all of them. So this will open into an area, Terramorphous Peak. Now they suggest doing this. They suggest doing this quest with 4 level 4 level 50 players. But I did it solo on at level 55, which Terramorphous automatically scaled to. Thanks for that, Gearbox. And luckily he doesn't scale to Ultimate Vault Hunter mode level, which good thing, otherwise I would not be able to farm him very easily. So he's incredibly weak to fire elements, so for this one I'll be using my shotgun, which, you know, you've seen its ability, so it's pretty good. But, the best thing about it would be that, say, I needed to heal, so I'd hide behind a rock, I'd throw my shotgun, it'd seek out the nearest enemy, shoot them until it hits them or explodes by itself. So after blowing this for the first time, there's Terramorphous the Invincible. Don't even try shooting at him there because it does nothing. Nothing whatsoever. So he will come up right there, and for people who are just starting to farm Terramorphous, I suggest doing this little cheat / glitch. So there's an area right here, as you can see is level 52. We call it Pride Rock, and you just crouch here and shoot at him. None of his attacks can hit you when you're there. Unless, well, some of them can. You just gotta be right. Sitting it there right. So, you know, with this shotgun it'll take a bit, so I'll just decide I'll use my dumb Panukum, which I got during the Torg's Campaign of Carnage DLC. From one of the Torg vending machines. So I'll slag him. And it's not doing very much. That's where damage comes in. It's this beautiful pistol that I also picked up during the Campaign of Carnage. So once you've killed Terramorphous, you'll go back into the rock, and there's his loot pile. There's one legendary, as you can see. Guaranteed every time. You know, never ever farm this guy without a legendary popping up. Few purples, bunch of iridium, but it's almost guaranteed to be a Slayer of Terramorphous class mod. Normally it's for whichever class you have been using, and sometimes the game glitches out when you don't kill all those tentacles. They'll spawn down here somewhere. There's no extra reward for actually finding them, so it's really just useless of your ammo. But as you can see, it says the Terramorphous is still down there somewhere. And it takes damage, so that makes me think, can you truly kill Terramorphous a second time without respawning? But when you want to farm this without repaying iridium every time, just exit the game, wait for it to load, and then re-enter. And you'll respawn at Terramorphous Peak, and Terramorphous will fully revive, and then you just keep going in with and blowing the horn. So, pretty much that's all to this guide. I know a lot of my things didn't work at all. I'm really sorry about that, but also, with the DLC on Tiny Tina's Campaign of Carnage, by the area Dragon's Peak, there's a sacrificial table, or an altar. You can throw your white guns in there for a chance for him to summon a super badass, and that super badass has a very high chance to drop an overpowered legendary, such as Firestorm, or it can also drop Magic Missile, but that one's a rare one for it to drop. I think it's Magic Missile is the legendary version. But then there's also the fact of the Lightning Bolt upgraded, which is the Thunderstorm, I think it is, or Chain Lightning. Essentially, it's like the name suggests, it chains to other enemies, and it's a lot easier to use because you don't actually have to hit the creature in order to hurt it. But with this gun and the bee shield, this will make you farming on Terramorphous way easier. So pretty much I was doing this for many hours, and the only legendary that I got that wasn't the class mods, it was the Blood of Terramorphous, which that seems to be a one-time drop. First time you farm them, you get about 2 legendaries. But also, amongst the loot pile, look for a blue shotgun. It's called the Blood of Terramorphous. It seems to be more rare than any of his other legendaries. Because after farming him for so long, I've never found him once. So, that's pretty much it to my guide. See you guys next time.